Welcome back to the AR12 office, where today we've got something super cool going on, because today we're showcasing this, the Thrustmaster T248 racing wheel. Or I should say, that is the Thrustmaster T248 racing wheel. And in today's video, I'm gonna do a quick unboxing and then jump on Assetto Corsa and share some of my first impressions of Thrustmaster's newest racing wheel. Before we get into that though, I wanna let you guys know that Thrustmaster and I will be teaming up to give another one of these T248 racing wheels away to a lucky subscriber. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the video for how you can win that racing wheel. Anyways though, let's rewind the clocks a little bit and let's jump into our unboxing. This is the Thrustmaster T248 racing wheel built for PlayStation and PC, and this is Thrustmaster's new entry-level racing wheel. Before we jump into the unboxing, I want to tell you about some of the really cool features that this guy actually has. It has an LCD display that can showcase what speed you're doing in the game, what place you're in, what lap you're in, as well as there's a rev counter. Here is the racing wheel itself. I love how compact that is. That's sweet. Before we jump into the wheel itself, I want to get these pedals out and then we can talk about everything. These pedals are actually really cool. In the weird little triangle thing is a desk mount, so you can mount this wheel to your desk. You've got a spring in here that you can actually toss onto your brake pedal. There's already a spring in there, but this gives you more customization options. You can try both out and see which one you like better. We've also got the power plug for the wheel, so we can plug it into the wall. Let's get this guy installed on my racing rig and see what it can do. So if you've never set up a racing wheel like this before, they're actually really easy. They come with a desk clamp, so you can either clamp it to a racing rig like I'm doing here, or you can clamp it directly to your desk, and it takes 5 minutes to set up. Once you get all the wires routed correctly and the drivers installed, you can literally just plug it into your PC or your PlayStation and it works straight out of the box. Now that we've got the T248 racing wheel set up on the racing rig, plugged into the PC, we can jump into Assetto Corsa and check out this crazy mod that I found. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit scared about this vehicle today. This is the Tesla Model 3 Plaid Edition. Now I'm sure you've already heard about the Tesla Model S Plaid Edition and how it's one of the fastest cars in the world. Well, what if you took the drivetrain from that and swapped it into the smaller, more lightweight, more compact Tesla Model 3? It has massive rear aero, super sticky grippy tires, over 1,000 horsepower, all-wheel drive, and this is one of the world's fastest production cars. Or it would be if Elon Musk ever actually made it. But today, we're gonna find out how crazy it would be if he actually did. So today, we're gonna jump into it and give it a go. Now, before we get into any hill climb stuff or racing stuff, I think we need to just give this thing a test drive to see how crazy it really is. So you know what? Let's jump onto Zandvoort for a little bit of practice and see what the Tesla Model 3 Plaid can do. So here we go. Right off the bat, everything looks very Tesla. Obviously, we don't have the Plaid yoke steering wheel, but we have that massive center screen with our speedometer over there. We've got a map of the track so we can see where we're going and all of that stuff. So let's just jump straight into it and see how insane this thing is really gonna be. Obviously, the Tesla Model 3 is an electric car though, so we've only got one gear, so no shifting up and down for us today, which is probably gonna be a good thing considering how insanely fast this thing is gonna go. You know what though? Maybe we should go for a 0 to 60 test right off the bat. I'm just gonna drop it straight into first gear and away we go. Whoa, that's so much wheel spin. And 60. That's 100 miles an hour already. Okay, that's like Formula 1 speeds, how fast that gets up. The thing that's probably craziest of all though is because it's an electric car and you're not shifting up through the gears, you don't really get that same sense of speed as you would in some other really fast stuff. It's just like you're driving. Oh, I look down, I'm doing 120 miles an hour and I should be braking. It completely changes the way you think. Like, I'm even overshooting the corners and stuff here. Anyways, though, one of the really cool things about this racing wheel is it's actually called a hybrid racing wheel. The mode that I've got it in right now is mode number 1, which is basically 100% force feedback from the game. What happens in the game happens on the racing wheel. Force feedback number 2, on the other hand, will change the way the wheel feels. But force feedback number 3 is the really crazy one, because that basically takes all of the feeling from the game and amplifies it. Coming into corner 1 of Zandvoort, turn it in. Yo, that actually feels better. It's definitely the wheels fighting me a little bit more. Okay, force feedback level 3, I think, is the place to be. That feels so good. This car is just insane. Every time I get on the gas, it's like, it's trying to wheelie out of the corner. And you can see when I stomp on the brake, it's like, ugh. It's so violent. It's honestly not making my life any easier that I can barely hear this car right now. That was super fast. And I barely felt it. That's ridiculous. And then it just turns in. That's so sick. Man, what a vehicle. Okay, I'm feeling pretty confident with this thing, honestly. It feels good over the curbs. It definitely gets a little bit of understeer through the corners, but overall, not bad at all. Tesla Model 3, I'm feeling confident enough. Let's back out of here and let's do a race. And I should probably try throttle controlling this thing as well. So off the line, a little bit of throttle, a little bit more. That is definitely way quicker off the line, straight up the middle. Thank you very much. We are not hanging around for anybody. These cars are just, they're so cool. Am I the only one who loves the massive rear wings on the back of these things? I find it actually kind of looks pretty cool. You know what this reminds me of though? Because I'm not sat here shifting through gears and stuff like that. It almost feels like a really big, really powerful go-kart, if I'm honest. A 1,000 horsepower go-kart, but you know, no! Stop spinning me! Okay, that's the guy who spun me. That's the guy who... Wait, why is everybody going into the pit lane? Why did all of the AI go into the pit lane? P1! All of the AI retired from the race. No. Okay, I think we may have found a flaw with the Tesla Model 3. It ran out of battery. Race number 2 for the Tesla Model 3s, this time around Catalonia. Let's see what we're able to do. That was way too much throttle control for me right there. I barely got off the line, but the AI... That was insane. That was probably the most dangerous racing move I think I've ever made in my life, but it was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie though, I think Elon Musk should actually make this a thing. I know obviously Tesla doesn't advertise or anything like that, but I'm just saying, how sick would it be if you could buy an upgraded Tesla Model 3 like this, and then you could compete in a Tesla-like spec series with your driver's name and like a number on the car. I feel like that would be so sick. Anyways though, back to the Thrustmaster T248 racing wheel. I'm actually really liking this thing, especially on force feedback number 3. It feels super good. Where are you going? Spin it around, Tesla. Into the pits we go. What are you morons doing? This guy decided he couldn't get in his pit box. Now he's just driving very slowly. I will now crown myself the winner of that race, and I think it's time to do a hill climb event. For those of you who don't know, in real life, the Goodwood hill climb, the current record for it is actually set by an electric car, the Volkswagen IDR. Obviously, I'm not as fast or as downforcey or as grippy as that thing, but I would be happy with, let's say, anywhere from a 45-second to a 50-second lap on the hill climb. Obviously, this is gonna take a lot of tries, a whole lot of attempts, but let's go, Tesla Model 3. I'm gonna need to learn my braking points, where I turn into the corner, where I lift off, and things like that. It's gonna take a little while to get this perfect. I mean, I've got 1,000 horsepower at the end of the day, so it should be pretty quick, providing I can actually hold it through the twists and turns of the Goodwood hill climb. which is proving more difficult than I thought it would. Anyways, though, first run up the hill, obviously a little bit messy, but a 49.3. That's not bad. I'll take that. I then set my focus on achieving a 47-second lap time. However, that was easier said than done. Then gun it under the sign, through there, brake early. I am Richard Hammond again. Oh my God. No, that was going so well. That was until this run happened. Go, no, yes, Tesla Model 3. Let's go. Man, what a crazy car. In the right hands, this thing would be unstoppable. Like, what a beast. It can drift too. I'm just saying, I think Elon should actually make this a real thing. As for the Thrustmaster T248 racing wheel, this thing's awesome. A super nice entry-level wheel with some really cool features for some added customizability. If you do want to check out this racing wheel in more detail, I'll include a link in the description down below. Click that, it'll take you over to Thrustmaster where you can learn all of the crazy features that this wheel includes. As always, thanks so much to Thrustmaster for sponsoring this video. Subscribe if you want to be notified when we're going to be giving one of these wheels away. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon with some more Assetto Corsa. See you then. Bye.